Okay, guys, so what we have today, this is just another day to work on complex fractions. So there really is not a new topic today. So for all intents and purposes, today is a review and Thursday, well, no, excuse me, today and tomorrow are reviews for you. And then you have a quiz on Friday, okay? So let's work through this one, then I may call a volunteer up. Okay, when you look at this, your goal is to have one fraction divided by one fraction. What do I see in the numerator here? One fraction or two or what? I got two in the top, two in the bottom. So to get to one fraction, what must I do? Yeah, common denominator and perform the operation. What is the common denominator in the numerator? 3x. What's the common denominator in the denominator? 3x. That means these things are going to cancel and simplify. So I'm going to have 2/3 plus 9 over x divided by 2 over x plus x squared over 3. So what is the common denominator? 3x. So I multiply this one by x over x, multiply this by 3 over 3, here multiply by 3 over 3, and here x over x. Okay. So what do I get? I get 2x plus 18. So this is what? 2x plus 18 over 3x divided by what? 2x plus, yeah, you're right. So 2x plus 27 divided by 3x over what? Yeah, so x cubed plus 6 over 3x. Okay. So change this to multiplication. This is 2x plus 27 over 3x times what? Yeah, 3x over x cubed plus 6. Okay. And then 3x divided by 3x is what? This is 1. So your final answer here is 2x plus 27 over x cubed plus 6. Okay. That's it. Okay. Now, what if this had been, so it's x cubed plus 6. What if this had been, something like x cubed plus 1? What would you have done? Most of you would consider this a trick problem, but it's not a trick. Can that be factored? That's what? Yeah, don't forget how to factor the difference of cubes. So that's what x squared minus x plus 1. You might need to pull that back, okay? So it's possible that you would have done some simplification there. But because this 6 is not a perfect cube, that's as far as I can go with that one. Okay, volunteer. Let's have someone take a look at one. Do I need to pull a volunteer from the audience? Let's see. Period D, who do we have? We have, wouldn't it, that's just like Murphy's Law, He's not here, so. There we go, we have a winner now. Timothy. Okay. Okay, you guys stay with him and try to help him. So, if you look at this, what is the common denominator? Yep, so it's going to be 36n squared. Okay, so that is the entire top of the fraction, okay? And then, just keep drawing the same line. And then the bottom is good. There's nothing to do on the bottom except just don't copy it down wrong. You got m squared over 6. Okay. So when you do all the multiplication, n cubed, Okay, wait, so we've got a little bit of, let's back up a little bit. So what we have, um, so this is the top of the fraction.
Oh,
Okay.
I forgot about that.
Okay. So now I can combine the top like you were going to do. So yeah. Okay, wait. So are they messing you up? Are they making you nervous?
Who?
These people. Okay.
No.
So you got to add this. So you got n cube m plus 216.
Yeah.
So it's you were multiplying. This is
Oh.
addition. So n cube plus n cube m plus 16.
Would that just be what I wrote?
You just copy it down like it is.
Oh, I did 216 first.
Well, you can do that. 216 plus n cubed m, all of that divided by,
36.
and then change this to a multiplication. Multiplied by what? Yeah, well, not that, but multiplied by well, you can just write it here. So multiplied by what?
6 over m.
Yeah, 6 over m squared. Okay, we're good. So now we've got multiplication. We just want to look and see, is there anything that can simplify? What can simplify?
6m.
Well, the n, okay, I've got n and m on the bottom, so I really can't. So I've got, if you look at the factors, this is what you've got. So I can look and see none of these factors match, okay? So the only thing that I can look at is there's a commonality between two numbers. What are they? 36 and the 6. So 36 divided by 6 is 6. So
216 over 6m squared.
yeah, so this is, so that just becomes a 6. That's the only thing you can do. So you copy down everything else. So 216 yeah, that's as far as we can go. Okay. Thank you, sir. So, I mean, don't get used to like, oh, you get a nice answer like this backboard where we got x minus 5. Sometimes things cancel and you get a nice answer. Sometimes the answer looks more complicated than the original problem. Okay? So, volunteer for this guy. Oh, this one's easy. So, come on. Do I need to go to the spinning wheel? Because I'm not getting volunteers right now. Let's see what we're getting. Taylor, there we go. It's your lucky day. Now, when you look at this problem, guys, what jumps out as being pretty easy on this one so far? Every denominator is already in common, so you just need to combine those. Okay, so now do you have one fraction divided by one fraction? Answer would be yes. So now you can change this from a division problem to a multiplication. Okay, that's it. Okay. Now, what is it that you might be tempted to do that you should not do here in this final answer? What is it? You can't cancel out the x, okay? You can only cancel out complete factors, okay? So you cannot do that, okay? So that x divides everything that you see in the numerator. Okay, let's look. I think we have one more. Then I'm going to turn you loose to working these on your own. Let's pick another volunteer from the audience. Let's see who we get. You've already done one. I'll get you off the hook there. So. He moved to the other class, so he's off the hook as well. So, yeah, I need to change that. Wow, man, this thing loves you, Lamont. Yeah. Oh! We got to pick on someone else. Alexis, there we go. We have a winner now. I don't know how much help these guys are going to be to you. Sometimes they can be good, sometimes they can turn on you, okay? So, what's the strategy when you look at this one, guys? You got to find common denominators in the numerator and the denominator. So what's the common denominator you're going to have up top? Yeah, 4 times x minus 2. And so what's the common denominator in the bottom going to be? 4 times 9, which is 36. Okay, so just proceed. So rewrite it and figure out what we need to do to get our common denominator. So 3 over x minus 2. She's going to multiply that by 4 over 4. Okay, minus 3 fourths times x minus 2 over x minus 2. So that takes care of the entire numerator. Big line, 9 fourths gets multiplied by what? Right, 9 over 9. Okay, yeah, so that's all correct. Now what's the danger? I mean, she's done all this. This is all correct. Now what jumps in? What's the concern when you work these things? You're going to mess up from here. That's the thing. You got to be careful with all the positive and negative signs. So just take them piece by piece. So what does the first one turn into? 12. Now what you can do, what I would advise to do on the denominators, just try to leave them in factored form because that can just help you later. So let's just leave this as 4x minus 2. If I've got something factored, let me just leave it as long as I can, except in the numerators, I'm going to combine those. Okay, yep. Okay, everything looks good so far. So now what you want to do, just come over to the next, and now we've got common denominators. Let's combine these together. 12 minus 3x minus negative 6. So where's that 36 coming from? So it's 12 minus 3x, and then hit the blue there. Okay, one thing, guys, what's one thing that's off there? What's in front of the 3x? Negative sign. And you got 12 minus 6. You got that right. So it's negative 3x plus 18. That's the top. And then what do we get down below? (81 minus 8 is what? 73? Okay, so now you've got fraction over fraction. Turn this into a multiplication problem. Okay, any simplification now? Pardon me? 1 and, yeah, so 36 divided by 4 is 9. Yeah. And that's almost as far as you can go. So let's go ahead and write that. And then, so. What is it? Pardon me? Negative 3x plus 18. Okay. Multiplied by what? Huh? Then you multiply by 9 over what? Right? Okay. Now, is there any other factorization that can happen? Come on, guys, stay with her. Is that in simplest form? Right. What can I factor out of there? Yeah, I can factor a 3 or a negative 3, either way. So, which do you prefer? 3? Okay, so factor a 3 out of the first term. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so you're factoring a 3 out of this term, not this one. So that's still a 9. All of that over, yeah, x minus 2, 4x plus 73. And then, so what's the final answer? You've got that 3 and the 9. You can multiply those together, right? So 27.
Would this be like the hardest problem on the test?
This is not a hard problem. That's why, yeah. This is, that should be it. There we go. Okay, thanks, Alexis. Okay. So, I mean, guys, I think everybody conceptually knows what to do in this first step to get the common denominator. You can see you got to really stay focused not to make careless algebra arithmetic mistakes in getting from there to the final answer. I know you don't have sympathy for me, but I do not like grading this test. Why do you think I don't like grading it? Because you guys make so the different the places you can make mistakes are so many. So if I look at the final answer and it's wrong, I've got to look at every step. So don't. I mean, I'm trying to get sympathy, but you're not feeling too sorry for me. But what I'm saying is, you really got to stay focused. When you get a final answer, what do you think you should do when you get a final answer like this and you got time left? I mean, go check it. Go work it again on a scratch sheet of paper. Okay. There are just so many places that mistakes can be made in the algebra for that. Okay. So